Are you going to introduce us again, or should I?
Let's just start professionally this time.
Well, we're starting professionally. I'm Miles.
I'm Colin.
This is the professional Colin and Miles show. So, this week we're going to dive into a variety of topics. First off, woodworking. I enjoy woodworking. Not really like actual woodworking like the professionals do it, but building things. I may not always like complete a project on time.
Or ever.
But I'd like to think I can start. So, I am building a shelf right now that will go into our closet upstairs, and I hope that it turns out as good as the cuts I've made on it. I've already made certain cuts, but I was at a furniture store today looking for a cuddle couch. We want a couch to go in this bay window we have, and it is going to primarily be for cuddles. And so I was looking, and a lot of this furniture that they have that's made out of wood, it just looks like factory built and whatnot, but it's like $1,000. And I'm like, you could buy that wood at Home Depot for like $100. It's crazy. But so hopefully it'll turn out good.
What is your next project going to be?
Glad you asked. I'm going to be making a bookcase for our downstairs entryway, and it's going to hold all the books that Aunt Pat sent to Colin. There's a lot of them. And
they're nice leather-bound books.
I know, leather-bound books. Really cool. Cue Ron Burgundy.
I'm very important. I have many leather-bound books, and my apartment smells of rich mahogany.
Anyways, so I am going to introduce in the shelf I'm making a piece of electronic. It's like a cooling area because I'm going to put some electronics inside the shelf, and it needs to be cold. And so that's going to help me because whenever I build a bookcase, I'm going to create on the lower part of the shelf, of the lips at least, an area to feed LED lights into it. So it'll look nice and presentable. So if anyone walks in, they'll be like, oh wow, this is so cool. Oh man, I want to read all these books.
Yeah.
Oh, a really cool thing about woodworking is that you can make these really cool joints, and they'll come together. One's called a dovetail joint. It looks like this. They piece them together. Obviously, these people have much nicer equipment than me, but that's okay. One day I'll have good equipment. So, as you may be aware, the World Cup is going on, and I find it entertaining to watch, because it's like a whole country rooting for one, team of 11 guys, kicking a ball around. I enjoy soccer as well because, my family played it a lot when I was younger, and I always thought it was really cool whenever you could kick the ball really high. The Japanese team got knocked out by Belgium, and it was really, really interesting because they were up 2-0, and then they got scored against, and they fell apart. I mean, look at the face of the soccer coach. I mean, after the first goal, or whoever this guy is, I mean, God. But, it was all nice because at the end of it, Japan left a nice little note in their locker room and cleaned it out nice. Also, Japan fans are really cool because, they clean the stadium after they leave. Unlike Americans who just trash everything. I mean, everything. Last Saturday, we were watching a TV upstairs, and there seems to be this vortex called Disney musicals. Tell them more about it.
Well, I like to have the TVs on when I'm doing stuff, and I like to put it on the Disney Channel because that's a pretty safe channel, and It's just enjoyable to have on.
Sidetrack real quick. We were in South Carolina one time, and I'm in our bedroom, and I hear Colin let out like this, ah, like, so I was like, what is it? And she was like, oh my God, what's on the TV? And it was like some softcore porn on the TV because we had one of the movie channels on. And so that's what she means by safe. There's not going to be any softcore porn that she's going to walk in on, and, you know, our cat Hank is just sitting there like... Again, the vortex that are Disney musicals has led Disney to be on, you know, bright and early in the morning. And, you know, I was at work one day and I was talking to a guy, and he had a little kid, and I asked, oh, you guys watch a lot of Disney? And, oh yeah, every day and every morning when I wake up. And, you know, I'm not a parent, she's not a parent. And I probably shouldn't have known the next follow-up to that conversation was, you know, oh, you like the hot dog song? And then, yeah, of course, you know, I was already committed at that point, so I had to sing it. Yeah.
It's from the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse show.
Yeah, it's a great show. What are you doing to me?
Well, they're going to find out now.
Everybody up! Up on your feet! Come on! Do what I do! Keep on dancing! It's fun!
What a hot dog day!
Hot dog, hot diggity dog. It's a brand new day. What you waiting for? Get up, stretch out, stomp on the floor. Hot dog, hot diggity dog.
So, I walked in on him. He had the TV on and he was watching Zombies, the latest Disney movie.
I couldn't take my eyes away from it. It was like, it didn't make any sense, all right? Why are they dancing in the street? A, they're going to get hit by cars. And B, it's like, really? Zombies and human? I mean, that's a bit of a stretch. Like, you know, vampires and zombies? Okay, they're both supernatural. Humans and, you know, like talking cats? That I can see that. But zombies and humans?
But they don't eat brains anymore.
Yeah, they eat cauliflower brains. What is that? What kind of nutrition are they getting from that? Huh?
I don't know. It's a good moral, like, to treat everyone the same.
Yeah, and then that, like, dude cheerleader, what was his problem?
Bucky.
What a freaking weirdo. So, as you can tell, our interest has a wide array of things included.
And speaking of Disney movies, they are going to be premiering Freaky Friday on August 10th.
Another Freaky Friday. The first one with, you know, whatever this person's name is right here. And then Lindsay Lohan. And
there was another one, like in the 80s or 90s.
Okay.
I don't know who was in that.
So
it was
there were
probably
all
another
these
Disney
ones.
Original movie or something.
I don't know. I think I just know Lindsay Lohan was in there because she went off the deep end a few years ago.
But that was a good one. It actually went to theaters. Unlike this. This is just a Disney Channel original movie.
Disney Channel originals.
DComs.
I do appreciate... What?
DComs. That's what they're called. Disney Channel original movie. DComs.
See what I have to deal with. I do like how Disney Channel will not have ads, and so it doesn't subject children to a, you know, wide array of, you know, craziness, and it allows, like, I guess, more of a parenting role to, you know, subject their kids to external things. I just think all in all the Disney Channel is a good channel.
But they do have some more commercials than they used to. Like McDonald's has commercials on there because they're a sponsor of the Disney Channel. Some toys have commercials on there because they're a sponsor of the Disney Channel.
But a lot of them have disclaimers. I noticed this is like whenever they have a movie sponsor, is like this movie's not suitable for blah blah blah. It's like every single commercial that isn't Disney specific, they like very distinctly have a disclaimer in it. I just think it's really cool because that kind of morality and that kind of morality doesn't exist anymore.
One of my professors in college for children's lit, she hated the Disney Channel.
Why?
Because basically, if you pay attention on most of the shows, the parents aren't involved, and it's just like the kids taking care of themselves. Like there's no parental involvement. So like Jessie, you know, the parents are never around. It's
I can see that.
Jessie is in charge of them. And at that camp, now the latest season, the owner left, so it's just the kids there now.
Well,
like the oldest kid,
Peyton List's character and whatever that other person, I guess they're 18 now.
Oh, but in real life they're like 20 and 22.
Oof.
And also, I don't know, a lot of this, the only show that I can think that the parents were always around was Wizards of Waverly Place.
Boy Meets World.
That's not a Disney show.
Oh, it isn't. No, it's not.
Well, Girl Meets World, they were always around,
Yeah.
but that's because it was about the parents.
I think an interesting facet with that new Raven show is, you know, how they really are, they're really standing on like the whole single parent thing. Is I think there's some good messages in there where they, you know, show like the father being around is beneficial.
It's really interesting because a couple of the shows have like older, like, I don't know, themes that only older kids should probably be around. And so they usually play those later in the evening, or, you know, so that's interesting. And I really like Andy Mack. That's a really good show. I did not binge watch all the episodes to catch up.
I noticed that she had braces in between one of the seasons.
Oh, they usually like try to do stuff to the characters or people to make them look perfect.
Yeah.
Demi Lovato had to have a gap filled in her teeth because they didn't want her to have it when she was on.
Oh, did she talk with a lisp?
No.
Oh, and but yeah, she had like two teeth that were you know, higher than, and so they had them brought down. That was interesting.
So, moving on from the Disney Channel, last month we talked about the 100 Squat Challenge. And if you would like to see a recap of that 30-day challenge, you can check out the link below to Cassie's video recapping the whole month. And she put clips from every day, which was really cool. And I was like, oh yeah, I remember that day. I remember that day. That was fun. And so this month, I decided, I know this month has 30 days, not 28 days, and this challenge was made for February, but I'm doing the Adore the Core challenge, which is a 28-day challenge for the core. So that will be fun. It's an older challenge. I'm just redoing it.
She challenges herself a lot.
I'm going to do all of Cassie's challenges. There are 8. Well, counting there are 8 counting the one I'm doing this month, so.
Can we just like talk for a second about how like crazy hyper Cassie sounds? Like I'll be sitting in the other room and you hear her workouts like, oh my god, you're awesome! Is, well, heck, just take a look yourself. Crazy, right?
She's motivational. It's good.
Yeah, motivational to the extreme.
And now we are going to segue into something not healthy at all.
Hey!
What are we going to do now?
Well, I'm glad you asked, because we are going to try this wonderful, wonderful looking, I know, you're just licking your lips looking at it, this wonderful maple bacon donut from a local establishment. Yeah, that looks good, doesn't it? There's real bacon pieces on this.
It smells like breakfast.
Oh, man. So, we're going to end the video on us enjoying this wonderful creation. Why don't you have a bite, Colin? put that 100 squat challenge to good use.
This has nothing to do with squats.
There's Donna's going to be doing squats. Is it good?
It's interesting. I don't think I would want to eat the whole thing.
I would, just because it has bacon on it. And I haven't even tried it. Anyways, that's all for this week. We hope you come back and, you know. Oh, by the way, my Mike Shinoda, my favorite song, has changed again. It is now a tie between World on Fire and Can't Hear You Now. Is that the song name? Yeah.
And I'm sure that it will change again, so all the songs are your favorite.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, this is amazing. You remember that that bacon sundae they had at where was it?
They had a bacon shake at Sonic.
Oh, it was so good.
Did you actually try it? I don't remember that.
Yeah, you said it was disgusting. It was at Cold Springs Mall.
No, it wasn't at Cold Springs Mall. They had that way after Sonic left Cold Springs Mall.
Oh. Maybe I'm just making stuff up. Anyways, have a great week.
Bye! I'm not excited about any of these things. Last week I was excited about all the things we were
You're
talking
excited about Disney?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are. You're really excited about Disney. Disney is like your life.
No, it isn't. Just because I have it on in the background does not mean it's my life.
Look at all those Disney tattoos you have on.
I do not see one Disney. Okay, the Mad Hatter thing, sure. That's one thing. And that's technically Disney, not really. We don't need kids. We act like kids, so yeah.
No kids for us.
We're probably not putting that in there.
Your universe is staying empty.
We're probably not putting that in there.
That's going in because your face was priceless.
We're not. I'm gonna cut it out.
I'm gonna lock it.